Hello friends, welcome to Commerce Gyan. In this video, I will be discussing foreign direct investment in India. Right. So FDI, current status of FDI in India. So why this was in news? In the financial year 2023, India received lower FDI equity inflow than 2022, which raises the situation to analyze India's FDI status. So if you see with respect to financial year 2022 and financial year 20 uh, 23, right, India received lower FDI in India, right. So before going to that, let's discuss what is the foreign direct investment. So it is a type of cross border investment in which an investor from one country establishes a lasting interest in the enterprise in another country, right. So this is very clear that uh, this is the cross border investment. So what is the benefit of the FDI? FDI remains vital for the bolstering domestic industry, stimulating growth, and enhancing the global competitiveness. Right. So there are three routes from which FDI can invest in India. So first one is known as investment under the automatic route. Right. So it requires no prior permission, resulting in minimal monitoring. So in automatic route, there is no prior permission required. It only requires the investor to inform the Reserve Bank of India to invest in India made. FDI up to 100% under the automatic route is permitted for agriculture, manufacturing, airport, e-commerce, pharmaceutical and the railways infrastructure. Second, if you see second route, investment under the government route. So in this case, prior investment approval from the government is required. It is permitted sector like defense, telecom beyond 49%, mining 100% and print media 26%, right. Third one is security clearance. So it applies only to specific areas uh, such as broadcasting, defense, private security, civil aviation and mining. Ministry of Home Affairs and Ministry of the External Affairs overseeing security and security clearance, right. So in this case, monitoring, in this case Ministry of Home Affairs and Ministry of External Affairs gives approval. Now if you see status of India's FDI, so total FDI in terms of market value amounted to rupee 50 lakh crore in financial year 2023. Next we see inward FDI. USA was the largest source of inward FDI in India, followed by the Mauritius, UK and Singapore. And these four countries collectively accounted for 60% of the inward FDI in the country. Now if you see the outward FDI, so in this case Singapore was the largest beneficiary of outward direct investment by Indian firms. Now let's see the sectoral wise investment. So manufacturing sector continued to be continue to attract the largest share of the FDI equity, both by the market value as well as the face value. And at the second level, services sector. So among the services sector, information and communication, that is the and the financial and insurance activities were the major FDI recipient in this sector. Now if you see the ratio of inward to the outward FDI direct investment, so in terms of market value, ODI, that is outward direct investment growth outpace the growth in the FDI, and as a result the ratio of inward to outward direct investment stood at the 5.5 time in the March 2023. Now if you see the contemporary issues in FDI inflows, so there are so many issues which lies to with the FDI in India. So first one, if you see decline in FDI inflows, so it is due to the spillover the COVID-19 pandemic. So this was the one of the factor in the FDI inflows. Second is we see the global headwinds such as the Russia-Ukraine war and global recessionary pressures. Second, if you see what issue lies, so the second issue lies with regional disparities in the FDIs. So the skewed distribution of FDI over the year hamper the development and competitive of the state. So if you see the disparities here, so southern and western state of Gujarat, Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu and Karnataka boast more favorable investment environment compared to with the northern state. Second issue, another issue lies lack of the clarities. So FDI policy 2022-2020 require government approval when the beneficial owner investing in India belong to any of the 7 neighboring countries. However, clear definition of beneficiary owner is missing in FDI policy and cause ambiguity to the both domestic firm as well as the foreign investor, right? So here, with respect to neighboring countries, there is some more approval required, right? Next, if we see transfer of ownership, so FDI at a time lead to the ownership transfer from the Indian company to foreign entities. Next, we have reverse repatriation and outflows. They are also quite sizable. So this is also case with the issue in FDI inflows. Next issue, if you see risk of the exploitation. So dependence on foreign solution increase the risk of exploitation underscoring the need of proactive security clearance. So if you see in 2023 top 5 states, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Gujarat, Delhi and Tamil Nadu attracting largest number of FDIs. So next, if you say, can India rebound its investment potential? Right. So this is the major question lies with ahead to India. According to 2023 economic survey, a rebound in incoming FDI is expected due to the various factors like sectoral production linked incentive scheme. So PLI scheme may attract the large number of FDI in India. Growth prospective in Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities. New investment facilities measure like the national single window system. So this is also national single window system can play a major role. High tech industrial development, higher market size owing to large population, and advancement in the digital and the technology ecosystem. Foreign investment facilitation portal 2020-2017. So it replaced foreign investment promotion board for faster processing via approval route, right? So this was launched. Next, Consolidated FDI Policy 2020. Amendment to this policy aim to prevent opportunistic takeover of the beacon domestic companies by foreign firms during the COVID-19 pandemic. Also, it stated that the countries sharing the land border with India could no longer invest under the automatic route and must seek approval for the proposed investment, right? So Indian bordering countries no longer invest under the automatic route. They need prior approval. Now, if you see factors attracting investor interest in India, so what are the major factors? So, if you see first one, the Make in India initiative launched by the government to drive the self-reliance and add manufacturing in India and the extend logistic supply chain. Second, if you see PM Gati Shakti, so under this scheme, government invested a lot in the road, railways, airport, mass transport, waterways, and logistic infrastructure. Third, if you see the PLI scheme, under this, heavy investment for foreign companies manufacturing in India. Fourth, export promotion, Special Economic Zone Act to be replaced with the new legislation to facilitate state to become partners in development of the enterprise and service hub. New foreign trade policy to be announced in financial year 23. Next, if you see liberal FDI norms, several sectors open to 100% FDI under the automatic route. Right. So these are the some major factors which attract the investor from the investor in India. What lies ahead with the government of India? So focus on the greenfield activities, increase FDI in high-tech greenfield activities which help in the capacity building, managerial improvement and skill development in India. Transport regulatory framework and impartial uniform screening mechanism for investment promotion, investment protection need to be developed. Independent body for the monitoring investment will recognize each parameter, nation long-term interest while monitoring FDI inflows. Next, if you see holistic economic approach, it needed to balance nation domestic potential and resilience with the economic interest, with the explicitly hampering the interest of foreign investor. So here India have to manage both national domestic interest as well as foreign investor interest also. So that's it from this video. If you find this video informative, please do like, share and subscribe this channel. Thanks for watching.